Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. And with the current events in the community, I guess I should restate why the Tavern, Tenkar's Tavern, it's all its incarnations, whether it's the Facebook community, whether it's the blog, whether it's this channel, is a neutral ground. And it does not mean that I will not call people out for bullshit. Right? That will happen. Guaranteed. It does not mean that I will not make statements on stupidity. And a lot of times, stupidity has something to do with somebody's political leanings. I will certainly call people out on that. But what it means as a neutral ground is that when you come to this community, you should not be looked at and somebody go, well, I know that John Smith is a liberal fucktard, and therefore I'm going to attack him. Or I know that James Brown is a conservative asshole, and therefore I'm going to attack him. No. It's also the reason why I say we don't have political discussions. Right? Now, does that mean that if somebody like, I don't know, somebody who's trying to claim to be the original RPG game company wants to come out and make a lot of statements that are in the political arena, that I'm not going to address it? No, I'll address it. And I hope that my readers address, or my listeners address, not so much what is being said, but the stupidity behind why it is being said. Okay? A lot of times when people talk politics on social media, they talk politics because they want your attention. Good or bad, they want to rile you up. They want to rile me up. They want to rile up everybody and get seen, get heard. That is their motive. All right? And by saying, fuck everybody that spoke, or punch all Nazis, or whatever they're saying is going to be, whatever mode they are taking, therein lies the issue. Right? I mean, I have friends that are conservative. I have friends that are liberal. I have friends that are progressive. I have friends that are libertarian. I don't define their friendship based upon their politics. I never have. Okay? There is much more that should bring us together than somebody's political beliefs, which is why when we talked about the green, yellow, red list that's going around now as opposed to the orange list from 2016, we're talking about it in the same context of this is bullshit, because all it's doing is dividing people. And people go, well, really, they see me as, they don't see me as progressive enough. Well, then I got to correct the list. Or they don't see me as conservative enough. Why do I don't look at a publisher and go, what are their politics? In all honesty, if you are a successful publisher, I should have no idea where your politics lie. You should be apolitical, and that's what I tend to try to be. Now, I've been told that by being apolitical, I am being political. My political stance is that I don't have a political stance. That's kind of like saying, well, if you deny it, then you are it, and otherwise you must admit that you are it. So whether you deny it or not, you're guilty. You're apolitical, therefore you're political. No, it doesn't work that way. I'm not invested. Here's the other way to put it. I'm not invested in politics. It doesn't define my day. It doesn't define my life. It doesn't define my existence. I don't get joy out of it. I don't get sorrow out of it. I don't get endorphins out of it. I really don't give a fuck. Now, I do get endorphins out of stupidity in the gaming circles. I look at people being stupid, and a lot of times that stupidity can be based upon politics. I will admit that I get some schadenfreude from people who step on their own private parts, and the ones that take that bag of shit and then light it aflame, and they figure they're gonna leave it on somebody else's porch and step in it. The other person step in it, and they step in it themselves because they're just so fucking stupid. Those are the people that I enjoy, whether it's because they're doing politics or just doing pure stupidity. A lot of times they go hand in hand in our community, right? Um, that I will respond to. But I look at things and I see the two extremes where not everybody on both extremes, but where some people on either extreme, whether it's going to show up probably along on your screen, but this is my left hand and this is my right hand, and some on the far left, and some on the far right, um, think I'm the boogeyman. Think that somehow I am the devil incarnate and opposed it to their political goals and agendas and what defines them. And I'm against stupidity. I'm against people being full of themselves. And yes, I've been accused of being full of myself. Sure, I run a blog I've had for over a dozen years. I do a podcast. I do this YouTube channel. Yes, I'm out there. I'm getting seen. I'm getting my word out there. I'm getting heard. I'm getting read. So if you want to call me an attention whore, feel free. But I am not a political whore. All right? That's what it comes down to. And I think Joe Block said it really beautifully and distinctly when he talked about his stance as a publisher, but I'm going to put it in blunter terms. I don't give a fuck what your politics are. And if you don't tell me what your politics are, I'll never know. I'll never look and I'll never seek it because it doesn't define what I base our interactions on. It doesn't. It never has. It never has. And I understand it. Some people have empty lives otherwise, not everybody, but some people's lives lack definition, and the only defining moment in their life is based upon politics. Left, right, progressive, any of that stuff. Libertarian. I mean, I guess if I had to say what my political views are, well, libertarian, because libertarians have no political views that I can really define. It's like, well, some of us believe you should smoke marijuana, and some of us don't believe that marijuana should be legal. Some of us believe. So libertarians are all across the board. I guess if I had to peg myself, I would probably be a libertarian, but even then, I don't know. I know. But again, I guess I don't know because I don't use it to define me. I have enough in my life to define myself. I don't need politics to define myself. I don't walk around saying I'm red, I'm blue, bounces off me and sticks on you, or whatever the hell we used to say as a kid. It really has no importance in how I deal with gaming. You sit at my game table, I don't care who you voted for, I don't care what your political views are. We're all there to game. We're all there to have a good time. We're all there to enjoy this interactive medium together. And I'd hate to see us lose that. And after this whole fucking speech, I'm looking at it and going, wow, this new camera really has a problem with my virtual background. I'm beginning to look like a bit like a Minbari. I got like a little head shit going. I'm looking. Sorry, we've been watching Babylon 5, and I got too much hair for a Minbari. Maybe I'm a human Minbari crossbreed. There we go. That would really throw the people throwing politics for a loop. So, folks, listen. We are still in the midst of the world of the pandemic. I'm immunized. I am immunized because I have comorbidities up the ass. Okay? For me, there wasn't really a conversation to have other than how soon can I get my shot? If you're healthy, if you're young, if you lack these comorbidities, your discussion with your doctor or your doctors is going to be different than mine was. And I respect that. All I ask is that as a community, we take actions to protect ourselves, our family, our friends, our loved ones, our community members. Okay? Other than that, be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, and God willing, I will be back again tomorrow. I believe tomorrow, 8 p.m. live stream. Joe the Lawyer. There we go. Rocking and rolling. All right, folks. On that note, I'm out of here. Later.